It's the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Ball handed off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up second and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. They look to throw it here on second down. He's got it in the open. They finally grabbed the senior, but not before he leads the defense on a chase.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. He could go. Past the 50. The 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. They now have the lead in the semifinal game.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out of bounds at the 26. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Looks to the left, pass caught. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Catch made by the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Bringing pressure. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking for a receiver. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's down at the 3-yard line.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Second down and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. On the move now. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is making it tough. Ball still at the 3. It's 3rd and goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Castle. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Looking to throw now on first down. Looking to scramble. Using his... It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
That's caught. It's Harvey. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's reeled in. It's Jones. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. 4th down and 2 in the run territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Hand off to the single back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Here's the 2nd down play. Wants to throw it. Pressure is coming. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack.
Another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. You just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Got a man open, hits him right in stride. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Aggies. So with playoff pressure for it, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Gets made on the out route, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Pass rush closing in. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Pulls it in. It's Beebe. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And it's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Play action here on first down. The pocket breaking down. Looking to scramble now. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And now the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab behind the line. It's Harvey. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a fourth down stop.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
Looking for his big tight end. He's pinned for a third time tonight. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. He escapes the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. Big shot here early in the game by the offense, but man, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. Not surprised at all or caught off guard by this aggressive chance by this offense in good position to take that throw away. They'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's looking to scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play. Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down. Second down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball's incomplete. Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Brought down after the catch, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Defense is coming after him. Oh, and he fumbles. Ball scooped up on the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Moves out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's McLaurin. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
It's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught behind the line. It's McLaurin. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Looking to throw again. And this pass is on target. Caught.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down, looking to throw the football. And he's intercepted for the fourth time tonight.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big...
Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Short return, tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Beebe. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that short completion. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Oh, look, he's chucking it deep again. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Dump off caught by the running back. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Handoff here from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. On the move now. Fires it on the move. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime.
That's good for a Fighting Texas.
1 more play before they head to the locker room. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Press coverage now from the secondary. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Weak coverage. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Trying to build the lead as we begin the 3rd quarter and trying to clean up those pass protection issues. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Important 2nd down play coming up. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Looking for a gap. It's Stockton. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, I love watching the speed of this defense. This time doing a good job of reading their keys. They saw the guard pull, shot through the A-gap, used their speed and instincts to blow this play up.
So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense from the 29. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete. It brings up 4th down.
To me, a couple things there. Number 1, pressure on the quarterback. The other thing is really good coverage by the secondary. Quarterback had no choice but to get rid of that football. And now you get the 4th down. You got the lead by a couple possessions. Smart play here is to punt the ball away and get your defense back out on the field.
The offense will stay on the field for this 4th down attempt. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And there's the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back. That's on Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
It's an out route. The catch made. Headed for the end zone. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And the Aggies will line up now. It's 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return forced out at the 15. That's where the drive will start. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And that's interception number 5. Where will this QB get the hook? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The Aggies are in the red zone. Defense showing blitz here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds his target. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And here's that wrinkle, the wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about four-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Press coverage now from these DBs. Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to scramble. The defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on fourth down. QB keeper all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. They continue to roll up the score.
Well, we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's fourth down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt him, and they did for a touchdown.
And here's the return from inside. Loses the football. The scramble is on. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. They look to throw it here on second down. Bringing pressure. Going to try to use his legs here. The senior calls his own number. Picks up the first down. The offense going with the hurry up.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
4 receivers on the field for this second and inches. Over the middle, it's Beebe. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep to the right side. Catch made down inside the 15. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, tied.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Getting set. Here's second down. Finds his man. It's Harvey. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's It's Texas A&M on top. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Grab behind the line, it's McLaurin. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you've got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? 4th down completion to the running back.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it with room to run. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Looking to throw yet again. Grab down the middle. It's McLaurin. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Well, as a defense, you'll take that all day. No problem at all. You give up a short little route. You tackle him in.
And a diving catch near the sideline. What a play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
So second down after the incompletion. Movement here from the tight end. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch. It's Beebe. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Beebe. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Makes the grab. It's McLaurin. The defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the move now. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it right near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Second down, they're going to throw it. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bama.
What a score by this offense. And the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw. And he grabs it for the 2-point conversion to make this a one-score game. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Team all over that to make the recovery. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Then the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock. Chewing clock with the running game. He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Playoff game on the line here. The offense, they keep away and secure the victory. Trying to find some room. It's Stockton. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands, let him work his magic.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Castle. They got him down, but that first down should be enough to move them into the next round of the playoff.
That's good.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the National Championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.